let's talk about how to draw anything using basic shapes and forms. So the first thing that we're going to do is draw out some simple and basic shapes. So go ahead and do this with me. As you draw a circle, we are not trying to get this perfect one line. It's a very messy sketch, trying to form that circle, and then you can erase the parts that you don't like and form it up to look a little bit better. One of my favorite art teachers always said, draw light until you get it right. So we want to draw so light that you can't see the mistakes that we make, and then we can go over when we do like it to be a little bit more pressure, make it a little bit more permanent. So we are going to start with a circle. Let's do a square. No rulers involved here, just quick sketch. Let's do a triangle. Let's do a rectangle. We could even do an oval. And I think that pretty much covers it. You can do like a trapezoid or add to it. So now we're gonna take these basic shapes and we're gonna turn them into forms. So the three-dimensional version of them. So a circle is going to become a sphere. So again, sketching this out, drawing light until we get it right. There's no heavy marks here. There's not one permanent line. And then once we like that shape, we can go ahead, we can add a shadow to it. Already looks a little bit more three-dimensional. We're going to add the shadow curving with the shape. We could build up those values for time's sake, and just to serve the purpose, we are going to relabel this sphere. So circle becomes a sphere, square becomes a cube. A couple different ways you could do this. Sketch out that square, and if we want it to be opaque, we're going to draw 3 diagonal lines that are all parallel to each other, because what one side does, the other side is going to do. So whatever this line does, the back line is going to do. Same here. So now you can't see through this one. However, if you want it to be transparent, you do it this way. Some of us learned like this, where you had the one and then you overlapped it with the other. So 2 squares overlapping each other, forming a square in the middle, and then you just connect all the corners. So more of a transparent cube. For our rectangle, a couple things we could do here. We can make it into a cylinder. Biggest thing here is that whatever this line does, this bottom line also has to do. So it resembles a can versus it flattening out here. Common mistake I see here is just one straight line. Whatever this curve is doing, this curve is doing. Okay, so cylinder. We could also turn this rectangle into a rectangular prism. All 3 lines going in the same direction, parallel to each other. This one is also parallel to the back line. This one parallel to the back line. So, rectangular prism. The triangle could become a cone. So all you're doing is taking that bottom line and curving it. So we now have a cone. Or we could take it, bring this line down. One goes into the distance, a diagonal line, bring that down. So we have these two triangles here and we have made a pyramid. We could also turn it into a triangular prism. So we're going to draw this parallel to this line. Whatever this line does, this one's going to do. And then we'll connect this here. So then you have a triangular prism. Not that we'll use this that much. But basic shapes and forms, if you can draw these, you can draw absolutely anything if you can train your eye to see like an artist. Stay tuned for video number 2.